Social penetration theory. It was developed in 1973 by psychologists Irwin Altman and Dalmas Taylor as an attempt at explaining how relationship status and communication affect each other. We indulge in different types of communication based on our interpersonal relationship with people and self-disclosure. For example, we communicate differently with strangers when we first meet them than with our significant others who we've been with for years. Self-disclosure is information, thoughts, or feelings that we tell others about, but they would not otherwise know. So how it works. As you move deeper in the relationship, the more personal the topics of conversation will be. This leads to progression of the relationship as a byproduct of communication. Many compare this theory to an onion. This analogy explains that just like onions, relationships have layers, and relationships help two people grow closer together through effective communication. So there are 5 different stages of disclosure. The first stage is orientation. This occurs when you're first meeting someone new. It is the beginning stage. It consists of small talk and is used for making first impressions. You get to know someone on a surface level. You adhere to social norms and reveal only superficial information about yourself. For example, this is the stage of meeting new neighbors, saying hello to someone sitting next to you in a class, or introducing yourself to another classmate. The second stage is the exploratory affective stage. You begin to reveal more about yourself, but mostly on known neutral topics such as politics, educations, sports teams, likes, and dislikes. Most relationships stay at this level. People are still concerned about being accepted, so they don't reveal too much. This stage is the stage of interacting with known peers, colleagues, and casual friends. The third stage is called the affective stage. This is the level at which we become comfortable opening ourselves up to criticism and being more comfortable with who we are as people. Usually this is the level of disclosure for very close friends or those who are dating. Romantic relationships begin to develop here, as physical and emotional intimacy may arise. The fourth stage is called the stable stage. This stage is the plateau of the relationship. This is the point at which we know how the other person thinks and acts on a deep level. All communication is open, and just about everything is shared, including your deepest secrets. True colors are shown at this level. Lastly, deep penetration. This is the 5th and final stage of disclosure, and oddly, while not what we expect from the deepest level of this model, it makes sense intuitively. This stage is when self-disclosure ends, and we feel that the cost of a relationship may exceed the benefits. After a while, there is little left to disclose, and it is common that reciprocity is not balanced, meaning one partner is sharing more or less than the other, while they are not invested in the relationship anymore. If the relationship feels taxing, physically or mentally, the relationship will begin to fall apart.
So why does this matter? It is important to notice the layers of the theory as you move through your relationship. This can lead to added longevity in a relationship as it encourages healthy discussion between each partner about where they feel the relationship stands. There is no need to rush the relationship. Go at your own pace and take note about where your partner is too. Are they sharing more or less? Are they looking for more intimacy or not as much as you'd like? Connection to the workplace. In the workplace, the social penetration theory can be valuable in the sense that it allows you to know your role within an organization or team. This allows for clear guidelines on how to communicate with superiors and inferiors individually. Setting up different levels of communication in correspondence to one's relationship can help draw the line between professional and personal. Now here's an example of the 5 stages in the Breakfast Club.
physics club. Hey, Jerry, do you belong to the physics club?
It's an academic club.
So?
So academic clubs aren't the same as other kinds of clubs.
Huh?
Do you drive to school naked?
Would I have to get out of the car?
Of course.
Spring or winter?
Doesn't matter. Spring.
Front of the school or back of school?
Either one.
Yes. You're so conceited. You're so conceited. You're like full of yourself. Why are you like that?
I'm not saying that to be conceited. I hate it. I hate having to go along with everything my friends say.
Why do you do it?
You don't understand. You're not friends with the same kind of people that Annie and I are friends with. You just don't understand the pressure that they can put on you.
I don't understand what? You think I don't understand pressure, Claire? It's kind of a weird time, but I was just wondering. What's gonna happen to us all day? And I can see you guys.
So in the first scene, which represents the orientation stage, we see the students being rather avoidant. They take notice of each other's presence, yet do not fully disclose any real personal information at this point. This scene serves as the first impression between the peers. They try to abide by the social norms by not sitting next to each other. They are scattered throughout the room. It is clear to see that none of the students have met before. Following is the exploratory stage, in which they begin to question each other's participation in school clubs. By doing so, they are revealing information regarding likes, yet are still not going into a personal level. They also begin to share opinions on things such as Claire's opinion that she would never be in an academic club. Some sort of relationship is being built, slowly becoming more comfortable. By the third scene, they have entered the third stage, the affective stage, at which point they begin to reveal more hidden thoughts. Their conversations consist of things like what the chances would be of them participating in risky behavior, such as driving to school naked. They are forming bonds and friendships, laughing and joking together. Their conversations are fluid, not forced like in the beginning. At the stable exchange level, they begin to open up more, on a personal level. Their true colors are shown, and hidden feelings are surfaced. Criticism has arose, as Brian begins attacking Claire for what seems to be having a perfect life. Claire explains the pressure of popularity, which she tends to hide. Brian also reveals personal thoughts and feelings about pressure he faces. Although he is not popular, he is also under a lot of pressure from his parents in regards to academics. At the last and final stage, depenetration, the students come to the conclusion that their friendship will really only last for the duration of detention and will discontinue once the day is over. They will go back to reality of their different social groups at school. Friendships will sadly be over. Claire shares the truth that she doesn't believe the relationships will last, as the cost of criticism from others at school will outweigh the benefits of their friendship. So what just happened? In conclusion, the social penetration theory is an attempt at explaining how people interact with each other, and why people interact differently based on their relationship. The more we disclose, the closer we become, allowing relationships to progress. There are 5 stages which exist within the social penetration theory: orientation, exploratory, affective, stable, and depenetration. Keeping in mind, all 5 stages can help draw guidelines when communicating with people with whom one has different relationships. Communication is the key to success of any relationship. So open conversation about these topics and knowing how to communicate with one and with who can prove valuable in the long run. This being said, keep in mind the different levels of social penetration and know your limits. Thank you.